Well, let's talk now to our correspondent, Stephanie Freed in Tel Aviv. Stephanie, Prime Minister Netanyahu and opposition leader Benny Gantz have agreed to form a unity government. Breaking news. What's the significance of that?
Well, what it amounts to essentially is an emergency government. And the opposition has been pushing for this for days. And the significance of where I am right now plays into that. I'll come back to that. And that's because right now, the government that's in place, essentially, I'm getting reports from inside, from Jerusalem, from the government, that they've been incapable, because of the character and the characters who are ministers in the government, in this extreme right-wing government, incapable of handling this situation. Now, the head of that opposition, Benny Gantz, he's a former chief of staff, as well as another war cabinet now, this national unity government, emergency government. There's another former chief of staff there. These are people who are more capable. They're capable of assessing the situation, of taking action. How does this come into play? Because this is a massive drive for donations, distribution, collection for civilians who have been driven from their homes, who have fled their homes, who have been evacuated from their homes, both in the south and north, and for soldiers, 300,000 reservists who have been called up. This is a civilian-run initiative. This is not the government running this. And people have been highly critical, especially when you've got one government minister, extremist, right-wing settler, who toured a Gaza border town today. It talked about distributing weapons to civilians, warning publicly that if that didn't happen, if he wasn't he was distributing those weapons because the danger of Arab citizens of Israel rising up was present and imminent, basically fueling fire of another front that could erupt because of what this specific minister, Ben Gvir, was driving. So this is a relief to a lot of Israelis, an emergency cabinet, a war cabinet, the two sides coming together, especially with experienced military people serving in that cabinet.